What is that about? Hey, I can't be mad. I'm live. So, we're going to talk about how Tommy Sotomayor has set himself up for a real serious problem depending on the prosecutors in Florida and the prosecutors in Atlanta, where he's from. So, it really is the prosecutors in Atlanta. It's the prosecution in Atlanta that he has to be very careful with because Tommy Sotomayor has flown out. What is it? Flued out. So you ain't even paying attention. Thanks,
Yeah,
baby. She's
yeah, I am.
yeah. Let me see what you're doing. Hmm. So Tommy Sotomayor has flown out. Look, I'm looking like Tasha K now. Now I just got to put the ugliest face I got. No, I really look like Tasha K.
No,
Oh
you
no,
look
I have to.
cute.
I have to go asymmetrical. I got to show off my shoulder. Okay. There's a thing called the Mann Act. Look up the Mann Act for me real quick. I put it on the thumbnail. And the Mann Act is something that they got R. Kelly on. R. Kelly was not convicted of being with minors. No, 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 no. R. Kelly was convicted of being with adults and using adults for sexual debauchery and moving them across state lines in order to do it, and flying and flew out. All the people you flew out, if there's an understanding, see? Let's talk about the Mann Act real quick. Boom. That's the Mann Act. Can you see that? Okay. The Mann Act, also known as White Slavery Act of 1910, is a federal law that criminalizes the transportation of any woman or girl for the purpose of prostitution or debauchery or of any other immoral purpose. Morality is something very interesting. This was done in 1910. Okay? It was done by a congressman in Illinois, Congressman James R. Mann, invoking the Commerce Clause to felonize, I never even heard of that word, felonize the use of interstate or foreign commerce to transport women for the immoral purpose. The act was aimed at prostitution, immorality, and human trafficking. Congress appointed a commission in 1907 to investigate into the problems of immigrant prostitutes. It was alleged that the immigrant women were brought to America for sexual slaves and immigrant men lured wait and immigrant men lured American girls into prostitution or white slavery. The committee believed that no girl would enter prostitution unless drugged or held captive. This led to public outrage, which eventually resulted in the enactment, enactment of the Mann Act. The Mann Act. The Mann Act is in full effect. So now we have a district attorney that's from the state that he flew these girls to. From Miami. One of them, I think he flew them out from Texas, I think she said. Well, she said she was originally from Texas and she got flew back to Miami. So he took her from Miami, flew her to
Atlanta,
for
probably.
debauchery. debauchery. We're going to listen to Tasha K and her interviewing this young woman by the name of Shay, spelled with a C, not with a S. And it's interesting how Tommy has a type. She looks just like another Shay that we know of that got flued out and always talks about how Tommy flued her out, flued her out, flued her out. So let's get into it. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Come on, show yourself. What you scared of?
Hi.
That's LJ, y'all. Come on, baby, a little more. Come on, try.
The sun.
It's like pulling teeth over here.
The sun.
It's like pulling teeth.
I'm here. I'm here.
So leave it or move it back?
You can leave it. It's
All
fine.
right, cool. I'll do that. As a matter of fact, what I'll even do is back this up a little more. Oh, no, this is the furthest back it goes. All right, so we're going to listen to Tasha, Unwinding with Tasha K. This was a few hours ago, where she talks to this church-going, holy Christian, the salt of the earth. This woman that,
Young lady.
I'm like breaking my neck over here, baby. You're going to have to move your bum over. Come on, take the seatbelt.
Okay, I think I'm good.
All right. Boom.
He done flew out. Now he want to resort to calling her black bees. Oh, she ain't this. You know, he helped her friend. She's jealous of her light-skinned friend. All types of BS. So y'all know the internet's been going down. I've just been watching. And so, of course he did what bitch niggas do. He called the white folks. And so, Shay, you know, who is the woman involved, is here to tell her.
So Tasha K, with the initial entrance of her show, she's talking about how Tommy did call those white people on her and do what B men do. So she's doing the ad hominems on jump. Ad hominems on jump.
Story, okay? We're gonna ask her some questions, and then the reason I decided to go live on StreamYard is so y'all can ask her some questions, okay? Because she did what a lot of us probably would not do, okay? Ask him to his motherfucking face. Welcome, Shay. How you doing? Bring on up in here.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good.
I missed my gal.
Oh.
You're making me miss my gap. I'm like, and I asked the doctor if he could, like, he said he couldn't leave me, but you look very beautiful.
I'm gonna get my teeth done also, hopefully.
No, your gap is original. Don't do it.
I'm getting with my gap.
Well, let me know how it turned out, because I may have to go get mine redone for my gap. Welcome.
Okay.
Welcome to Wino Land. I don't know if you know how things go down over here.
Yeah.
We don't give a shit now.
Okay, as you shouldn't.
Yes, tell us a little bit about yourself, Shay. Give us some background before we get into the fuck shit that's going on.
Well, my name is Shay Means. I am from Waco, Texas. I'm 25 years old. I have my own black-owned business. It's called Upscale House. It's a boutique. And I also just started YouTubing. So that's what I got going on. And I also travel.
Okay.
So has a boutique. LJ's gonna look up the boutique. What's it called?
Upscale House.
And it might be an Instagram boutique. It might not be www, because why wouldn't you say www? And she also says she's also travels. So she leaves out a lot of what she truly is. But it's okay.
A boutique mean clothes or accessories?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Waco.
So
I used to live in
clothes.
Now I used to live in Killeen.
Wow, I used to stay in Killeen also for 2 years.
Are you a military brat?
No, but it's a military town.
I know. That's wicked. That's how I ended up there. My mama was in the Army, and we were stationed on Fort Hood. And contrary to what people say, Killeen was pretty rough.
Yeah. Colleen has gotten really like, oof.
I'm
I
talking
left
about
there in
hood, like they about
2020.
that life. The girls and the men, they really about that life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you from Waco originally?
Yes, originally
That's
from
why you
Waco.
step. That's why you stepped on like that, cause y'all don't listen. Listen, anybody I know around that area, they back up what the hell they say. So welcome. Now,
Thank you for having me.
anytime. Now I know probably a few of the winos don't know what's going on. So tell us. So you were on Fresh and Fit's podcast. I'm not a
Yes.
supporter of that podcast. I do not believe in anything that they're doing. I don't like the direction. And so it's only gonna go so far. But hey, and we seen how Tommy Sotomayor's lane went, okay? And so
Yeah.
but tell us, how did you come to get on that podcast before we get into
Okay, so I got back on the podcast to say about a month ago. So that would have make my third time going back when he was there. I basically found out about it through my friend, and he basically put in a word for me, and I had DM Myron, I believe, and he said I could come, and that's how it ended up getting set up. And
Okay, Myron is the host of Fresh and Fit. It's a podcast on YouTube. The guy has like three podcasts. He has like a short. He also has one where he talks about law enforcement. These guys are really, really big on the internet, especially after they found out that one of the two out of the Fresh and Fit is like 100% simp. He got caught talking to a young lady who was giving out courses on how to play a man, and she was like a sugar baby. Once they found out that one of the Fresh and Fit cast members, which is two guys, it's Myron and CEO, I think they call him CEO. I can't remember his name at the moment, but the other half of Fresh and Fit was found out to be a 100% simp, and they did better. Their show got like another 100,000 people because they were trying to represent themselves as not being simps and teaching you how not to be one. But once men found out that they were actually simps, it actually helped them because they never came across that they like. Oh, his name is Byron. No, Myron, and I can't remember the other guy's name. But the other guy, once he was bragging that he slept with over 1,000 women. And once people realized that this was all a lie and they were lying and he's truly a simp, they did better. It's amazing, this reality that we're in, how people were drawn to them knowing that these guys were just like
Walter.
Walter is his name?
Yes. Walter Weeks and Myron Gaines.
Walter Weeks. It helped them knowing that this guy is just a cornball, but he knew all the right things to say. They subscribed even more and donated even more. So did you find anything on her boutique?
Not yet. No.
Okay. Let's keep it going.
I ended up coming. So I was originally, the day I DM'd him, he said I could come that night, but I had so much going on because it was just, I didn't expect him to write me back. So I asked him, like, could we do it Thursday? And then we did it for Thursday. And then that's when they had, Tommy as a co-host there. And then that's how that relationship has started.
Okay. I want to do this because I've listened to this already one time. And I know that they weren't clear on this. This young lady had a friend, and the friend got in touch with Myron. Myron is the guy who's like in charge of this show. And he tells her friend that they wanted them to both come to the show because what he does is they have like 7 to 10 women, 5 to 10 women on the podcast every night. And sometimes they do 3 podcasts in one night. They'll film 7 hours worth of podcasts and they'll rotate the women and then they'll put out little clips according to how the show went. It's a simple formula, really well done. It's a good way to get a lot of content out there. So Myron calls the girl and says, yo, you and your friend come through. They couldn't come through the day that he wanted them to come through. They came through another day, and that's when Shay, spelt with a C, not with an S, meets Tommy for the first time. So she met this man on her first time going to the show. The altercation she had with Tommy was on her third time going to the show. Okay?
So, how long into the podcast? Because I know their podcasts are around 2-3 hours long.
Yes.
Bunch of rambling. Like I said, I'm gonna leave my thoughts to the end because I really want you to tell your story. But how long into the podcast until things go wrong? Because you were sitting right beside Tommy. It looks like it was a setup.
Yeah, I honestly do believe there was a setup because I was, brought back to be a co-host, and I didn't know that, he was gonna be there. So I also.
And respectfully, there are no co-hosts on this show. There are the two hosts and the rest of the guests. There are no co-hosts. So she's totally today. Where's the cell towers at around here? I need to find a cell tower. Get near a cell tower. This is ridiculous. All right. Yeah, we're gonna keep trying, y'all. Work with us.
I was calm, I was cool, vibing with everyone, and then when it came to a specific topic, and basically I find thoughts of everything, I asked the question, and then everything from there, it was just downhill.
Okay, she claims that she asked a question, and then because of her asking this question, everything went downhill. What she did was not ask a question, she made a statement, and her statement was, oh, maybe it wasn't a statement. It was more of let me just say what she said. She said, do you know that I unfollowed you? And that's how it started. And she wanted him to know that she unfollowed him because she didn't know about his content. And once she got to learn about his content, she wanted to know, why is it that you're always coming for black women in their hats and their hair? Because, he calls the women with weaves wearing hair hats. So I'm about to just stay right here. This seems to be working.
Okay. So somebody's ready to leave.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I watched the video. You seem pretty cordial, but he has a problem and has always had a problem with rejection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so he's the type, you're trying to have a conversation, he gets louder, and I saw him getting louder. He wasn't really addressing you to your face. He was just focused on getting louder, trying to trigger you. And when the name calling started, oh, you Black B, you this, you that, but he wasn't calling you those names when he bought your flight.
Exactly. Wasn't doing none of that when he bought the flight. When it was book check, he wasn't doing any of that. So it's like crazy that, he was just saying all those things for, like, you didn't even have to go so far in because it wasn't even that deep. It was just a question. Everybody really wanted to know that question, and it still wasn't even answered after all that commotion.
Now, let me back up a little bit. Now, let's back up to you having some type of rapport with Tommy Sotomayor. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is no shade. I don't even know how you did it. I don't even know how you entertained him, accepted a flight, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna ask you why in a second. But how did you and him come to have some sort of rapport relationship?
Once after like he booked my flight, and once I got there and I didn't feel the really energy, I asked him to book my flight and to leave after we did the podcast. Basically,
she's not answering the question. The reason why she even knows Tommy is because her first time on the show is when she met Tommy Sotomayor. He reaches out to her. He flies her out to Atlanta. So the way he met her was he met her because Tasha K is saying, girl, I don't even know how you did it. Did what? What's the implication? What did she do? And then she kind of corrects herself and says, I don't know how you did it as far as entertaining anything that he had to offer. So that means that Tommy Sotomayor met a 24-year-old woman who is on a panel with him. And while on this panel, she was able to say to herself, wow, this guy is cool enough for me to communicate after the show. Okay?
he had on his OnlyFans, because that was the original plan for me to fly out there for. I honestly did not know who Tommy was before all this, so I didn't know his background. I didn't know that he had a history of really talking so much about dark skinned women. If I knew that, I should have had did my research, but I didn't. He told me that we were going on the podcast to talk about different topics after everything of what happened on Fresh and Fit with me the first time. So
what happened the first time on Fresh and Fit?
Okay. So this young lady, loosely and respectfully, this young lady is saying how she created a series on her Instagram about how women are flown out to Dubai in order to be porter parties, because there's a huge thing that goes on with these men in Dubai where they, like Instagram models, fly them out because there's a huge fetish, and the fetish, I don't know if I should say that. It's a fecal. It's all about fecal matter, where they're using their fecal matter and spreading it all over these women, and paying them massive amounts of money to do it.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. But let me tell you, that anyway.
Yeah.
When you see your favorite, IG model, she's on a private jet, and y'all not knowing, thinking she's living her best life, but really that's not what's going down. Like, they're going to Dubai, coming back to America, $500,000.
Just to get shitted on.
Just to get shitted on, disgusting things that I can never ever do. And also, Tommy lied on my said that that's what I went to Dubai for. When you can clearly see on my channel, I have a whole Dubai vlog of what went down when I was in Dubai. I was there for a birthday, and it was a group of 8 of us. So like, he lied on my image with that, and that was very disturbing too, because why would I talk about it? And
so she went to Dubai with 8 of her friends for a birthday party. And then she created a vlog on her Instagram, which has been taken down. Her Instagram was about women that fly out to Dubai in order to become human porta potties. That's what she's saying.
I go back door and do what I just talked about.
Okay. All right. Well, so of course that went viral. Now I did see there was some controversy about, I guess during the first podcast, of you calling the white girls crackers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was just like, true? Yeah, I call, like, that's really a Florida thing. People don't say white people. We just be like crackers, like they go to crackers, like that's just a slang. It's nothing to be great.
So this wholesome churchman who does blogs exposing how evil these men are being towards these women in Dubai, also casually calls Anglo-Saxons the same thing as that place. What's it called? Cracker Barrel. Minus the barrel. It's no big deal. This is how we talk in Florida. I thought you was from Texas, girl.
It's just about, but that's the truth. It's just crackers. Like, it's not nothing bad. He tried to take that and run with it.
Bad. It's just
even the whole F&F, like they tried to.
That's Fresh and Fit. F&F.
Really play the whole situation, making it seem like, oh, this is what she really think about white people. What do I think about white people by saying cracker? I'm pretty sure behind closed doors.
They don't like.
So what is that called? Deflecting? When she says, "What do the white people think about us?" What's the big deal? Me calling them, cracker barrels.
That can be deflecting.
Like, what are you saying? That this is like, what are they calling us? It's okay for me to call them that. Okay, we got a real winner here, y'all.
Don't like you talking down. Don't like any dark skinned woman talking down on their white queens. Okay, so you can go there. You can.
Can't go there.
Listen, they love them so much.
They protect
them. They love them so much they are willing to trick off of them, okay? And still belittle the very woman that pushed them out of that pussy. Stop it. You better not address they white queen prostitute at all.
Yeah, at all. Sorry, because they like them. They like
sugar baby.
They protect
sugar
them.
Baby. I'm sorry. Yeah.
They literally protect them on the podcast. Like they wouldn't even if they want us to get like dark skinned women to get out of character, but when it comes to say it's a white girl or mixed person story getting out of character, they'll quickly shut their conversation down to make sure that they don't look bad, and that fucking sucks. Cause do it for everybody. So it's like really a setup. It's a setup.
She's playing the victim now.
A lot of dark skinned women like I live.
She's saying that the Fresh and Fit podcast, what they like to do is allow the white woman to express themselves more than the black woman is allowed to express themselves, which is not true in any way. And on the Fresh and Fit show, you cannot interrupt anyone who's talking. If you are interrupting, they're going to kick you out the show. White, black, Asian, Caucasian, Hispanic.
She's saying that they stop the white women before they say something that will make them look silly.
That's a lie. No way.
You know, and
they want all women to look silly.
Dark-skinned black women as angry on the show. They push that narrative.
That's not true.
We tell everybody now, like, do not go on that show if you are, a black woman, because they're going to clown you. And they purposely pick out certain girls of certain color.
Mind you, this is her third appearance on this place that set up black women. Why would you be in a show once? Okay. Twice. Just to see if you were right on the first way you felt. But now you're going on it 3 times.
Interesting.
Certain ways just to be on the show, to try to show and portray an image of how black women, dark-skinned women are.
It's the same dark-skinned woman that wouldn't give them no ass.
You found a way not to be on camera. Look at yourself.
They was too stiff. You can tell they didn't get no ass. You can tell when they fucking lie, they too stiff.
Exactly.
Big boys are going to be jumping right next to little girls like this.
Okay. Yeah, they too slick. You got to have a little swag. You can't be so, you can't be
exactly.
You got to be the quad. So listen, okay. Let me be honest with you. If I run into them, it's gonna be the same conversation. All that shit you say on the internet, keep the same energy now.
Exactly.
Whoa. So Tasha K is saying that if she bumps into Fresh and Fit, she's going to confront them. That's what she's saying.
Tommy, right?
Oh, is it Tommy?
I think she was referring to Tommy, yeah. She would have responded.
And he's a good manipulator.
Oh, trust me.
Man,
okay, Tommy.
He had all them girls and everything on his side. Like, he just, team for them. Like, it just said how he tried to really manipulate that whole entire question.
Let me tell you what I saw that really hit me wrong, okay? So you're having a conversation with him.
See how long
about things that he says about our mothers, our daughters, our aunts, the same dark skin, the same black bitches that pushed his ugly, short, dwarf looking ass out. Okay?
More ad hominems.
Yeah.
Talking about Tommy Sotomayor is a short dwarf.
And then the white girl sitting over there, well, he has a right to his opinion.
Oh man, that pissed everybody off.
Let me tell you, because I'm from Florida too, like you, but I'm a little older than you.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't have been shut the fuck up to her. I would have jumped across the table and put that bitch in her place. You don't get to speak on nothing black here because you're not that, okay?
Exactly.
You're the piss bucket for the reject niggas in our community. Let's just keep it 100, okay? That's all you are. A fantasy. Something he wants to have with us, and so he makes it up with you. And you ain't got no right to talk about nobody sitting here and you pillow talk with a reject nigga from our community. But keep it going, though. Keep it going. I just had, because if I was there with you, that's how the fuck it would have went down. You shut the fuck up, or I'm going to make you shut the fuck up.
Period.
Right. Tasha K is talking about this white woman who tried to interject while Tommy and Shay, spelled with a C, is when she had that altercation and it started to escalate, this white woman said, hey, it's just his opinion. That's not a big deal. And Tasha K is saying how she would have violently jumped over the table and attacked this woman for having anything to say about anything that has to do with black. Okay. Real good, Tasha. You did good. You're just so. Come on.
Okay, I'm sorry, I got a little.
Yeah, and then you see, like, in the moment, and then they purpose, like, I ain't gonna say purposely, but they know what they're doing. They give girls literally liquor before the show. You can have liquor while drinking on the show. Like, they really want you to try to show an image of like how you can be on liquor and stuff. Like, it's really sad. It's so sad because it's like now everything that happened, it's like when I go back and look at it, that's the whole image that they portray. Like, all this is a setup. Like, it's a setup.
Sounds like Fresh and Fit are using the same exact formula that all reality TV shows do. You walk into any reality TV show home,
there's a bar, right?
There's a bar there with alcohol. Because once you drink alcohol, look at these little kids. I can't believe these big kids are bouncing with little children like this. Look at this. These little cuties. Aww. It's crazy how these teenage kids. It looks like every time I switch it back, the camera is off. So it's not maybe you necessarily. It's like the camera's just getting closer and closer. So let me try to see if it'll go back. That's a little better. So let's continue.
To really try to play a specific race to try to show and say that this is how every dark-skinned woman acts, but it's not even that in that case. They just big-time manipulators. Like, man, it's so sad. A whole community is feeding into this shit.
Yeah, and you know what? I really don't give a fuck about what they say, because at the end of the day, if the black men could have us, they wouldn't be going over there. So that's what it is.
I thought about this earlier when I heard this. This whole concept that the black man is so angry that he was rejected by the by the black woman, that he then runs to the white woman, right? And just fantasizes and fetishizes the black woman. It's such BS. It's such BS. She's saying it proudly how Tasha K says it in a way like she's letting you know that the black woman does reject the black man. She does reject him. There are so many black men step into black girls and they're like, are you crazy? Are you kidding me? Step your game up. You got a car yet? All that kind of stuff. Where the white girl's like, you don't need a car. My dad will lend me his car. Come on, I'll pick you up. These are facts. I just don't get that whole concept. Come on, baby.
You didn't want me when I was younger, so I'm going to prop this bitch up. But shit, let me tell you something. See, they'll talk while they got their other bitches in the room, but let me catch you in the hallway. Let me catch you in the motherfucking hallway. Now, that's the shit that pissed me off, because you was addressing as a black woman, a black man that literally calls his own daughter. You look just like his beautiful black daughters, a black bitch. But he ain't flying out no white women. To this day, Tommy ain't flying out no white women. I ain't seen it yet.
Period.
But go ahead. So, what I love, though, you saying what you got to say. And then, of course.
And I don't know that to be true, that he refers to his children in a horrible way like that. I've listened to Tommy Sotomayor throughout the years, and I know that he had a lot of issues with his son, and he talked horribly about his son and his son's mother and the child support issues he had, and that once he paid child support, he said, I don't want nothing to do with this kid. I remember that with the son. I don't remember any of that with the daughters that he has. And I'm not saying that it's not possible. I don't know. All I do know is that Tasha K, I don't know. I think she's mistaken.
What you do in front of? You swing on it and you want to call me a bitch? Those are words that will get your ass slapped. So I love how you did that. But tell me about that moment. How angry were you?
I was very, very angry, only because it's like he tried to start playing me. Like, You talking so much about black, dark skinned women, but you're flying them out behind closed doors. So it's like, don't try to play the situation. You just mad because you caught right in HK. You're caught. You're 4K. I was about HK, 4K. You're caught right in it. So it's just like up until that moment, it was so heated. And so as you see, when I stood up, I'm talking in the mic because I want to get my point across. You're gonna hear me. And he pushed Myron into me. If you slow mo,
you heard her. You're gonna hear me. So it's like that's the biggest issue that a man has with a woman. Don't try to make a man hear what you got to say. Don't do that.
the video down. He pushes him into me, and that's what made me protect myself. In the Florida state law, it don't matter who hit who first. If you feel that your life is in threat, you can protect yourself. And I did exactly that. You pushed him into me, and I'm reacting.
I saw the windmill girl. I saw him like this.
And then after that, he's really, coming back, fighting, windmilling.
That woman looks nothing like a Barbie.
Did you see her face?
I did see her face. She looks nothing like a Barbie. Because she has collagen lips. Is a Barbie?
Like, wow, you got this real big energy, but you don't never have this energy for guys. Like, it's so sad. Like, you can do this with a female, but you can't do this with a guy. That just show you what really is going on behind closed doors. Period.
Oh no, I've seen it in it wasn't HD. It was probably 360 frames per second. He went to a Siniter event, and a black man. It was a group of them walked up to him. And they confronted him about all the shit that he's been saying about black women on the internet. And he talking, trying to, why you don't know me? Why you saying that? Well, you don't know the black women that you're talking about either. So he giving you that same energy, right? And then when he steals him and knocks him in the back of his head, he want to go tell. He want to go tell security and call the police. He ran. But he didn't windmill with them niggas because he know them niggas would have put his ass down right there in the event. But he gonna windmill with you.
Definitely is. And then after that,
somebody put their hands on his daughter.
Me because of that. And he had 3 people that wrote a statement on me. A fucking
video was right there.
Video shows proving what you have done to me and provoking me. So I didn't even call him any type of names up. I still didn't even was going in on him and up until he literally windmilled my ass and was attacking me. And I just had enough. I held my composure for so long. Even throughout the show, he was throwing subliminal slugs at me, but nobody knew because they're not knowing he flew me out. So I was like, you really over here throwing slugs? So I see where this really going. All right. And then people thought that I should address him after this. I shouldn't have addressed. I want to address him the way that I wanted to because all the people want to hear it. Why do you always talk about skinned women on your Instagram and downplaying us? And you still never answered the question. It's about all other shit. If you don't like it, unfollow me. Okay, I did unfollow you. It's not a problem about that. It's a whole bigger subject that we're talking about. So it's just crazy. This man went and pressed charges like a little pussy that he is. And wow, now you're going to be literally labeled in the streets as a rat. As a fucking rat.
Now he's going to be labeled in the streets as a rat. Tommy Sotomayor don't hit the streets. What she's talking about. Tommy Sotomayor has only credit he has is YouTube street credit. He doesn't have any street credit. And like Tasha K said, when he was assaulted in New York, after he was invited to an event, 4 or 5 guys surrounded him talking about why you talking about these black queens like that. And Tommy was like, it's my right to talk any way I want about whoever I want to talk about. The guy punched him in the face. And Tommy was flipping out like, yo, how dare you punch me in the face for talking? How you going to punch me in my face? And Tommy called the police, which, let me tell you, man, Tommy's never tried to pretend that he was tough. And for this woman to say that he was windmilling her, which means when you just like you're trying to get at somebody and you're scrapping like this. I didn't see that. I saw him kind of like push the person and yelling and screaming, hit me again, hit me again. And that's actually what he said, I think, in New York. He was like, hit me again now, like, I'm going to press charges on you. Real square. He was not pretending to have street cred. By the way, you know that woman you said that looked like Barbie? You saw her 2 kids running back crying?
No.
They just walked by. They were both crying. I guess they can't stay. It's too packed, maybe? It was too full?
Yeah, well, they do later hours. Yeah, they're giving you like an hour. If you come now, they're not letting you have to wait until the available time slot where we're used to coming and going right in, but they're full to capacity. They have all these parties, so they can't give you a jump ticket to jump while there's already 70 jumpers.
They're twins.
Yeah,
too.
they're twins. They're
And
so
they're crying.
cute.
And Ma, she looked nothing like what you're talking about, Barbie. It's interesting your way you see things, the way women see things and men see things. I mean, wow. So anybody with lips and skinny, Barbie. She's a Barbie.
Oh, they're so cute. And they're like 5.
All right, let's continue with this.
Well, he did that when he read it on the community. When he went and pressed charges on the conscious community for checking him about disrespecting they women. So this is
what they putting their hands on him for talking about women shouldn't be wearing weaves.
There was video. So let me ask you a question. Why did you? I know you said you didn't do no research. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm only 25.
Okay.
I can't stand when women say that shit. I'm only 25, but as soon as they turn 18, I'm a woman. As soon as they turn 19, I'm a woman. I remember we, in the kitchen, we call the men are boys and the girls are girls, or the women are girls. That's the way it is in the kitchen. It's not that you work in the kitchen, they're gonna be like, "All you girls, come over here real quick. We need to have a quick meeting." All the boys come over here. They don't say bus boys. They don't say bartenders. It's always girls and boys, and there will always be that woman that if you use the word girls, and these are like 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, they want to bark on you, talking about, I'm a woman, refer to me as a woman, not a girl, don't call me a girl. And then they always want to act like whenever something goes wrong, I'm only 24, I'm only this, I'm only that. You wasn't only this and only that a week ago. You a grown-ass woman. Normally, she'd probably be like, I'm 24, I'm grown. Today, I'm only 24.
So it's like an excuse.
We don't know his history.
I didn't know who he was at all until the first episode that I did.
What made you even accept being flued out by him?
Because we were talking about other things with money situations, and I'm like, okay, yeah,
other things
you're gonna
with
have
money
to pay
situations.
me and my friend if you want us to come.
Maybe this will be better. It's like the camera just keeps drifting closer and closer. I don't get it. Anyway.
Obviously are the special guest of this, so you need to pay us. And then that's when we, like, the day that we actually was on the plane heading there, that's when he started to talk about other things he wanted to do. And I was like, we'll see when we get the energy. Like, I want to see and feel the energy out before I do anything. And when I got there,
what was the initial conversation though?
God. This woman
means
what?
No, her name is Shay Means. I've been searching with the wrong spelling.
This woman is saying that when she got on the plane and he's flying her out, he decides to, while she's on the plane, I don't know what phone she's using on the plane. I know the last couple of times I got on the plane, they told me to turn my phone off. So at some point, he's just having a discussion about other things he wants her to do once he flies her out. What? This is her?
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is a wholesome woman right here. This is wholesome. Wholesome. Wholesome, wholesome, wholesome. Yeah. You see, what I don't like about this woman, it's a lot of things.
Oh my goodness.
But let me tell you the main thing. It reminds me of Sharp. Remember Sharp from No Jumper?
Of course.
And Sharp from No Jumper, he's yelling at this woman named Blue Jasmine. And he kept telling her, if you're going to do it for real and stop playing these games. You see, this woman is getting flown out and says and admits that the reason that she is, she says that I told Tommy that I didn't want to do anything unless I got to feel. I need to feel the vibe. I need to feel the vibe. So you want to prostitute for somebody you're attracted to and somebody you like. You don't want to prostitute for somebody who you don't like. Remember I told you that story about that prostitute that I knew and I asked her, I was just like, what if the guy smells? What if he's dirty? And she says to me, I still work. I still work. So that means if you're a prostitute and the guy is smelly, you still work. This chick, let me see how the vibe goes, and I'll let you know if I'm going to be the right prostitute for you.
Initial conversation was for us to go out there for the podcast, and then he wanted to do some content for his OnlyFans, but I never agreed with that because I don't do any type of content with guys on my OnlyFans or with guys for their OnlyFans, no matter how much money, because that's something forever that you have.
When she first started the show, she said that she was a boutique owner and she travels as if she's like, what are you, traveling to hotels and rating them and they're paying you to rate hotels? Is that what you're doing?
And her boob is out. That's like...
Baby, let's not concentrate on these little things there. That's all photoshopped and all that kind of stuff. There's nothing there that's real. Okay? Look at these big, strong guys going to be bouncing around in there. Whoa. I hope our kids are going to be all right with these big kids. They're going to be playing... Worry about my kids with these teenagers sometimes.
They should be coming out, though. They're like, really monitoring the stickers today with the capacity being reached.
All right. Let's continue.
Tommy fucks on his OnlyFans?
Yep. I mean, I guess the check getting that low, he needs to, fly girls out to do that.
The check is getting that low because Tommy Sotomayor has the OnlyFans. And go ahead, what are you gonna say?
When you switch it, it goes closer. That's what it is. It's.
There you go. Yeah. So I have to do it a few times. So Tommy has an OnlyFans. She also has an OnlyFans. And she's talking about Tommy's money must not be right. That's why he has an OnlyFans. So what does that say about your money? You have an OnlyFans. Anyway.
I'm stunned.
She's probably saying she's regular.
I mean, he's on
Tasha,
his 18th channel with YouTube. So
Tasha K says she's stunned that Tommy has a OnlyFans. So that means Tasha K didn't do any research. Tasha K got a whole team. What happened to your team? Where the hell is your team, Tasha K? And you don't know you being sideswiped with new information on the show? That's Tommy Sotomayor. All he talks about is his OnlyFans. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Chelsea probably forgot to put that in the file.
Is there even a Chelsea? Is Chelsea even real?
Chelsea's real.
Well, then Chelsea needs to be checked.
I'm not shocked. Yeah.
Sad.
Okay, so he wanted you guys to
He's sad because he has OnlyFans, but she's not.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, and I didn't agree on it.
So, but your friend agreed on it, right? She said yes.
Yeah.
Did he pay her?
Yeah.
Where's your friend? And I need to talk to her. She got the wine.
I don't know. I'll definitely give you her info after this.
Please. I want to talk to her. I need to talk to her, woman to woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How much did he pay her? Did you know? Do you know?
Content.
I really don't want to disclose that, but fuck it. Like, he gave her like 2,500, and he was originally supposed to give her 5,000.
Hold on for a second. Hold on.
It's the only one you have?
Yes.
Big chick.
I cannot. He is paying me 25. Look at Teddy. Teddy put his hand. 2,500.
Yeah.
On his OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy the trick. Sotomayor.
So this young lady, Shay with a C, who got flown out with her friend to meet Tommy Sotomayor and was promised promised $5,000 to do an OnlyFans scene. She said that she needed to get to know him a little bit, see what the vibe was like before she made any decisions on that OnlyFans situation. She meets up with him with her friend, decides that this is not the person that I want to have contact with on OnlyFans, and she leaves. The friend stays, and this friend is paid $2,500 to be in the OnlyFans. Pull up that man act again, because we got to talk about this. We got to really seriously talk about this. What she just did was she put Tommy Sotomayor Do you see that? Do you see this? Do you see that? Do you see what kind of trouble this man could possibly be in if the district attorney in Atlanta wants to file charges on Tommy Sotomayor? People are not aware of this flued out crap that they got R. Kelly on. They're not paying attention to the words that are coming out of their mouths and the possible implications of massive prison time. They created a law for exactly this in 1910. This is serious. I got flued out. Well, who pays for you to get flued out could go to prison for the next 25 years. And it's all up to the prosecutor, who has more power than anyone.
Yeah. He is, and that's the thing about it. He talks so down about
What do you mean?
That whole narrative of being flued out, we need to get to the origin of that.
What do you mean the origin of flued out?
Who started that?
Flying a woman out to come visit you?
Yeah.
And have sex with them since the plane was existed. What are you talking about? Come on, you got to turn this way. Don't laugh that way. Turn this way. Come on. I'm serious.
You're funny.
No, I'm not funny. I'm being serious.
And women, all this and that, but you really do love us behind closed doors. You got to.
I want to know how much he get a white girl.
Ain't no telling how much he get those, because they do all type of things, if you know what I mean.
White girls do all type of things.
He paid, and so what he do after he smashed him? Please tell me it was protected.
Of course, I hope so. I didn't see it. I wasn't there for that. I was already my ass was back up in Miami. Do you hear me? I was not with it. Like, now, can you fly me back out? I'm ready to go. And it was just uncomfortable because it's just like he thought that was the main thing we were there for. And it's like, no, you told me about a podcast. So we end up doing that podcast. And after that podcast, I literally left to go back to Miami.
And your friend stayed?
Yeah, she stayed because that that money was in her face.
Respond to all that if you have to.
This is how women get AIDS. I cannot.
This is how women get AIDS.
I cannot.
Women are not giving AIDS to a prostitute.
Wow.
It's the regular chick.
You know what? If I was him, I would be angry.
It's the regular chick you meet at the bar that'll give you AIDS, not the one you fly out. Stop it.
Too, if I had to pay our sisters $5,000 for content
No, you do it.
on OnlyFans, and I guarantee you he ain't bringing that much back in residual. There's no way.
Yeah, and
There's
that's
no
what
way.
he
How
kept
does she know
saying.
what he's
Talking
making
about
on
if you
OnlyFans?
do my OnlyFans with me, you'll make that. You'll make way more money than you think. I have a big platform on there. Like, was telling me all this shit. Like, and I was just like, I'm good on it.
This
like,
man tricking to pay child support. That's why he be on the internet. It's the why they got his ass so heavy.
That shit sad.
And he got to do that with young girls like y'all, because he know.
Young
He
girls.
know.
These are grown women.
He try to catch you before you figure out who he is.
Yeah, and that's so damn sad because
He tries to catch you out there before you know who he is. You telling me that in this era of internet, she couldn't find out about Tommy Sotomayor like this and his channel like this?
No, she's so young and naive.
You gotta talk this way.
So she's young and naive.
Young and naive.
Painting that narrative for her.
She's so young. She's so tender. She's just... Stop it. I was saying to read these if we need to read them. If
he's probably like
worth reading.
6'5", I think. Tommy's a little tall, I think. Yeah, he's taller than me. I'm only 5'6", so I know he's like 6'3", 4". 6'4".
So she's trying to shame Tommy for paying to make content, but not her friend for accepting content payment.
100 Acre Woods, you're 100% right. What else we got there?
How is it sad? The porn industry is a billion-dollar business. They're just twisting it because it's a dude.
Yeah, wait till the porn industry starts to lobby these district attorneys on their campaigns and start asking these district attorneys to start prosecuting these girls getting flown out for their OnlyFans. Wait till that happens. Don't let me be on the board of directors of any of these porn sites. That's the first thing I'm going to be saying. Let's dedicate hundreds of thousands of dollars to the campaign of these district attorneys. Go ahead.
Christopher Perkins have said.
And thank you, Christopher, for all your commenting. I noticed you've been popping hard. Go ahead, babe.
You're only as smart as the questions you ask. At Big Elvis to Chef Rosenberg.
Facts.
Rob Lowe said she's gonna end up in court again.
Hold, Tasha.
Probably.
Tasha, she's gonna end up in court again.
Elvis trying to crush the small creators.
Well, I'm smaller than everyone out there. That's a fact. With my only 24 views, and let me tell you, I've looked at the analytics to my show. Nobody's sharing this. No one that's on this is saying, wow, let me share this. Nobody. No one is sharing Elvis Rosenberg's content. So you have only yourselves to thank if I continue to stay small.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, Tommy the trick, y'all. So you turning yourself. Drop the link again in the stream, y'all, so they can get on here and ask her questions, okay? So you're getting ready to turn yourself in tomorrow.
No, I'm not turning myself in. I'm actually getting my attorney and them. They're going.
That's how you do it.
Yeah,
They
they're
go do
going.
everything. You stay where
Yeah,
you
I
at.
made my payment yesterday for it, so they're going to go up there
I
to
made my
do
payment yesterday,
lift
so
my
that's just
bench
a
more out,
arraignment
so I don't
payment.
gotta go turn myself in,
That's
and
an
then
old
I'll just.
trick. The old trick is if let's say you have to turn yourself in. You get a really good lawyer and you just pay them. There is an arraignment fee that you can pay, where they'll come to you, they'll represent you through arraignment, but if you want them to continue, you're gonna have to give them. So a lot of arraignment fees are like 2,200, but to hold on to the lawyer, to retain the lawyer, is gonna be like 5 grand. Some of them will not. Some of them will just be like, "Listen, you got to give me 5 grand. There's nothing I can do for you," or they'll do an arraignment. There's an arraignment fee that you can be like, "Listen, I really can't afford you right now, but just get me through arraignment." And let's set a court date, and then they'll give you a court date within a 30-day period. And in that 30-day period, you can retain that lawyer or petition the courts for something different. A lot of attorneys don't like to do that, but if they know you or you have a friend or whatever have you, they'll do an arraignment deal like that. Yeah, because she has to turn herself in if he's pressing charges, and she doesn't seem like the kind of girl who has 5 G's for a lawyer at all. Does she look like that?
I don't know. The page that picture is giving, working vibes. So never know how
You
much a
saying that she
working
has a
girl may
flow of?
have.
She's not a working girl. That's the problem. She wants to sleep with men that she likes and she's attracted to, and she wants them to pay her. She doesn't. A real working girl that's about her business. She don't care what you smell like, what you look like, how tall you are, how short you are, what the vibes are. She's gonna make the vibes work. She's gonna take that shot of that bourbon that's in her bag. She's gonna get that burn in her chest. She's gonna start the moving, and next thing you know, she's gonna get to work.
Or was Tommy right? Was Tommy uninterested in her?
And only interested in the friend?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
You know.
Good one. Fame is the trap without proper
because
service.
it obviously was for sale. So
Okay. What your attorney say? What your attorney say is gonna happen? What he think? Or she?
He basically said that this is gonna be dropped. That's like they 100% on.
Of course
They
he's
seen
gonna
the
say
video.
that.
They slow mode it down, even with just the verbal abuse that he was doing. They said this will be dropped, and not to even worry about it. Don't stress myself about it because they thankful that this happened on camera. But yeah, he went behind my back and pressed
Girl,
charges.
you ain't got no brothers.
Yeah, I got brothers, and I have a huge family of around like 30 to 40.
You got some uncles from Florida.
Yeah, I do.
Enough said. That's all I need to hear. Okay, cool.
What does that mean? You're
That's
promoting
what I'm telling
violence?
you. That's the only reason I won't. Listen.
lightly.
Every time they hear, they go run and get restraining orders. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, y'all thought shit was gonna give y'all that energy. Nah.
Nah.
Listen, we're gonna let some winos get in here to ask you some questions. I really thank you for and I'm gonna continue to ask you questions. Are you okay with the winos asking you questions?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, as long as they being respectful.
That's what I was just about to say. Just be,
y'all,
keep it in
they
check.
know they respectful over here. They know they may ask you a question. It may be a little hard, but they not gonna get disrespect. They're not gonna disrespect you because they're not gonna play that shit over here. Okay, we all have a voice. We all respect each other. Okay, come on in here, Channa.
Hi.
Who is that? What's the name?
100 Acre Woods.
Well, 100 Acre Woods, Tommy and her got into an incident at the Fresh and Fit podcast on Wednesday. This was just today's Sunday. So just a few days ago, this is February 20th. So a few days ago, she confronted Tommy and told Tommy that she unfollowed him. He's like, so what? What's your problem? She's like, yeah, I unfollowed you because I found out that, mind you, no one knew that they even knew each other. No one even remembered that they were on a show together previously, and that at that show is when he was able to get her information. Then in between that first meet and the third time she was on the show where they met again, there was but what did Tommy do that has her so upset? Oh, so she was just trying to expose him, laugh out loud. No. What she did was she punched Tommy in the face at the Fresh and Fit. Tommy's pressing charges on her for the punch in the face. She punched him in the face because he called her a bunch of bees, and he told her, he basically answered her question. What does that say?
Battle of over popularity or a publicity stunt?
Neither. It's not about popularity. It's not about a publicity stunt. This is about a young woman who punched a man in the face on live YouTube. And now she's trying to talk her way out of it.
Ladies, how you guys doing today?
How are you?
Good. I just want to make a comment, then I have a question for the young lady.
Okay.
Tommy Sotomayor is very problematic, and so is Fresh and Fit. They're colorist, they're misogynistic. Why do you feel that while you were on the show, there was another black lady or black woman that was heavyset, and it's like she didn't really intervene or even back you up, but you have like a white girl on the side, like making little comments here and there. Like, why do you feel as black women, the black woman that was there, did not come to your aid?
I kind of felt like they felt like they were silenced too. Like they didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to even probably help me because the way that Fit and them try to portray stuff, they would flip the whole thing and then it'd be two now angry black women. But everybody, we all should have stuck together and really jumped his ass, if you ask me.
And I feel like I'm a black woman. I'm very educated. I have 2 bachelor's degrees, but I noticed like what you were saying, they do have an agenda.
PhD.
And I'm dark skinned as well, or brown skinned, but they won't invite like a woman like Candace Owens or someone of that caliber of woman, or someone like Tasha K, someone like Cynthia G. Those women are too smart for them. They don't invite those type of black women. They try to invite
Candace Owens and
Cynthia
G are not even on the same wave. Stop it.
black women who are really young. I'm 31. They'll probably invite someone who's like early 20s who doesn't know that much, fit their agenda or to prove their narrative, like, oh, these dark skinned black women or these dark bloods, they ghetto as fuck, they just say that, they stupid. And I feel like they strategically put you next to him because they felt like, okay, we're gonna try to portray this narrative of this angry black woman stereotype. And it's like, it was kind of weird how that was. And I feel like Tommy is very problematic as well. He's dark skinned, he has a dark skinned mother, he has 2 dark skinned daughters, he has 2 15-year-olds, and it's like he even has a son that he doesn't even claim. So, and I saw when, what's his name? Tariq Nasheed approached him on the Vlad TV interview, and you notice he kind of like calmed down, he simmered down. He didn't have that energy for Tariq Nasheed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like you can see that he was fearful. He's fearful of other men. But with women, especially black women, he's very hyper aggressive. And I hate that. That's all.
He's fearful of other men. Tariq Nasheed is not the average man. That's like saying, and let's talk about YouTuber. Tariq Nasheed is a YouTuber. Tommy Sotomayor is a YouTuber. Let's talk about that level, okay? On the level, they're not the same. It's like, she's like saying how he was afraid of Tariq Nasheed, which he probably was, but that's like saying somebody's afraid of, let's say, Mike Tyson or Sammy DeBrule, or these tough, real tough guys. And you're like, sure, you're afraid of that real tough guy over there. Yeah. You're supposed to be afraid of Tariq Nasheed. You're supposed to be afraid.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Come on.
I had to say.
And you're right. You're 100% right. And I also feel that if they didn't sit me next to Tommy, all this would not have happened. All this would not have happened.
She takes no responsibility for herself.
Across from you. They could have literally put me on the side, but they told me already when they knew they had the agenda, you're going to sit right here because you're the star of the show, trying to make me feel better, you know. And I sat right there, you know. So, and I held myself for so long. You have no idea. I held myself for so long because, like, the just different type of slugs he was just saying while they was asking certain questions, and certain questions when it came to about flying girls out. No one even knew that he flew me out. So I was like, he's really throwing these fucking slugs. Like, wow, okay, I see what you're trying to play.
And then he's bragging about like fucking your friend, and he could have fucked you, but he failed to say that he had to pay $2,500 for some pussy.
Exactly.
He didn't pay $2,500 for sex.
You, so he had a lot of energy. Like, oh, how dare this whole child?
He paid $2,500 for content, services rendered.
I don't flew the eye. He think he finna get the pussy and he didn't get it. So he was mad about that as well. Coupled with the fact that he has this Superman complex or whatever like that.
Look up Superman complex.
So they do invite black women who are naive. I'm not going to say stupid, but who are young, whatever. They, like I said, they wouldn't invite a Tasha K. They wouldn't invite a Paris Malone. They wouldn't invite a Cynthia G. Yes.
Donna, listen. So before I knew about Fresh and Fit, my team, Nicole, she's unfortunately no longer with us, but she had told me, I guess her and Chelsea thought it would be a good idea for me to go on their podcast. And so I was just like, who is it? Who are these guys? Mm-hmm. I looked it up. I said, did y'all send the request? They was like, yeah. And they said $10,000. I said, don't y'all.
You got to stop going straight to Wikipedia. That drives me crazy. Okay. A Superman complex is an unhealthy sense of responsibility or the belief that everyone else lacks the capability of successfully performing one or more tasks, such as a person may feel a constant need to save others and in the process takes on more work on their own. That's not what Tommy's doing. See, people love to use words. Don't even know the meaning of these words.
In your life ever solicited me to know shit like that. And they was just like, well, we thought it would be good because I knew you would shut them down from all the shit that they say. I said, yeah, but you know, you got to catch these guys good. But I said, Albert and Preach are two black men who literally shut. I was going to say the word, but I ain't going to say the word. He shut. They asses the fuck down. I don't need to say nothing. Albert and Preach already did it.
Oh, yeah, they did. They did
it. And they platform bigger than mine. I said, see, that's how you do it, man to man, okay? Yeah. But YouTube shut Tommy down.
All right, quick background. Tasha K is talking about Albert and Preach. They're from Montreal. One of them is a Haitian Montrealan, and one of them is a Ethiopian Montrealan. And they were having beef with Fresh and Fit. And Tasha K was saying that Fresh and Fit, one of her staff members was trying to get her to go on Fresh and Fit as one of their guests. And they also solicited her for 10 grand to get on their show. And she wouldn't do it. And she was so glad that Albert and Preach kind of bodied them. But the truth is, Albert and Preach did body them on the YouTube streets, but they got more. They lost 7,000 subscribers after Albert and Preach, and then gained another 40,000 subscribers. So,
like the cell phone stopped the tears.
The mother passed the little girl the cell phone for the tears.
That's why he on OnlyFans paying young girls $2,500.
Young girls.
Them for $5,000.
Grown women.
He has a video on OnlyFans and I watched it. He literally had sex with a girl in his studio. The same studio that he does his YouTube live stuff on. He has a video like entering a girl from behind.
So the woman that's calling Tasha K's show to talk about Tommy having a Superman complex. Watch this. She subscribes.
Yeah.
What is that? Yeah, it's your haters, right? It's your haters that keep the money in your pocket. This is proof of that. Right, Rob Lowe? Right? Come on.
Lex Steele or some shit.
Gross.
I guess he just trying to be Tommy the porn star now.
That's
all right. Well, beautiful ladies, have a good day.
He has dumbed himself down. Probably had a good future at one point, and now he's dumbed down to Pornhub and having sex for money to pay those black women child support. Yeah. Okay.
He's losing steam. That's why I think he went on the Fresh and Fit show. He's losing steam. I used to watch him years ago. He probably
paid to
now
be
Shorty
on
watches his
Everybody
OnlyFans.
paid them to be on it. That's
I
exactly
know he is.
That's what I think.
They came back and my people told me 10,000. I said, don't y'all ever try me like that.
Right?
No.
Yeah,
Fresh
he
and Fit is
definitely
charging
paying them to get on
$10,000
that
to be on
show.
that
He
show?
told me that they're
Bizarre.
paying him. He said
No.
that they paying
They
him
wanted
to
her to
come
pay
on that show. And
to
he
be
get
on
paid
that
for
show.
anything he get on.
Okay. Thank you so much, Carla. We're going to move on. Hey, guys, we got one question because we got to be done by 12, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, 3 questions per guest, okay? Because we got to be done by 12. Not 12, but 3 minutes per guest. Okay, that's what Shaq said. So
Tasha's
3
such a
minutes per guest. 'Cause
scatterbrain.
we got to be done by at least 12:30, okay? So thank you so
12 or
much, Shauna.
12:30?
Come
Which one
on
is it,
here,
Tasha?
G, darling.
Hey, Tasha. Hey, Shay.
How are
Hey.
you?
Hi, Ray. Winos. I'm fine. Thank you for having me up here. Thank you, Tasha, for embracing this young lady. Before I ask my question, please make sure she gets professional representation.
Professional
Now,
representation.
Did you sign?
He didn't pay for sex. He paid to publish it, and they're in their 20s. They're not girls.
Facts. Thank you, 100 Acre Woods.
Anything?
No. Well, only
you
thing
cold?
that I
Should I put the
signed
heat on?
was
I'm okay.
they make every girl sign like a wave year
Wave
for the
year.
show.
So what, you want to them, or you have permission to? They have permission to use your likeness, image, and name to disseminate on their platforms.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, cool. What's your next question, Gigi?
Gigi.
Yes.
My next question, because I'll never understand why melanated men, I would say Tommy is a shade darker than you are, hate on melanated women. Because you did not know who Tommy was, did you have any prior situations similar to what he invited you to, or was that your first? Did you feel like this was your chance?
Yeah, I feel like this is my first time like ever getting invited to something like this. Like I never experienced nothing like this ever in my life.
Okay. And what's your next question, Miss Gigi?
Thank you, Tasha, and thank you, Shay. Basically, that was it. I think he finally met his match. I'm glad you look exactly like you do. You are cultured, you are intelligent, and it's a pleasure.
I love it. Thank you so much, Miss Gigi. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Ellen. How you doing, Ellen? What's your name and where you from?
Hi, my name is Linda. I'm here in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
So I just wanted to, it's not really a question, but I guess it's just a few comments. So I did watch, the viral clip of what, happened between you and Tommy on the podcast. And I will say, honestly, I think you did a decent job in handling yourself. And I felt like you did do your best to maintain your calm, but it was clear when his voice got super aggressive, then also it was almost like you were being provoked in a way. I almost wish you would have really two-pieced him, but I think you did. You definitely
promote that violence.
The one thing I did notice when I was kind of looking up some of Tommy's stuff in terms of his OnlyFans, I didn't go on his OnlyFans, but all the girls he's really having sex with are all brown skin or dark skin like you. So I find it really interesting. He's tricking on these girls that actually are your skin tone, if not darker. But then he's sitting here disrespecting, or really trying to disrespect even dark black skinned women on the podcast, talking about, it was her light skinned friend. She jealous because it's her light skinned friend that I did whatever with. But it's but that's not the folks you're paying on your podcast tricking on or whatever, or your OnlyFans tricking on to have sex with. So what's up with that? So I almost feel like when you kind of exposed him and I'm really happy you did that. When you had your proof in those text messages and you showed it to Fresh or whatever, towards the end of that podcast to say, no, hold up a minute. He invited me out. He was trying to do whatever with me. He was even reaching out. And it was clear you weren't even responding to him like that. He was really pressed about in terms of trying to see, hey, how come you're not going to stay? Did I do anything wrong? So I think this was more of, he fucked up because he had an audience and because he was trying to.
Yeah, I forgot about that. She had exposed text messages that Tommy was reaching out to her like, yo, what did I do wrong? Or everything okay? Which makes sense because he paid for a plane ticket. Now he wants to leave, so he's responding back to her like, listen, come on, what's going on? I'll pay for your trip back, but tell me what I did wrong and we'll work it out, because, you know, her whole thing was we didn't vibe. Depending on the vibe is what I'm willing to do for you. So it makes sense that he was trying to secure, you know, you got a person in the state, you have a person that's probably on her way to the airport, you're texting her, and you're like trying to figure out, listen, what happened? Let's get this understood.
To this narrative that is very popular but very disturbing is how black men, particularly dark-skinned black men, think it's somehow okay to belittle and disrespect dark-skinned or brown-skinned black women, as if who are they? Because I'm brown-skinned, but like who are we or who are they, when the issue is, you know, hold up, she rejected you and that's what you're really upset about.
Need some heat.
Cool.
Yeah, it's getting chilly. It'll come right back on, y'all.
I'm upset about that more so than anything.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Linda. I love it.
Thank
you. All right. All right, moving on. Vic XL, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia. Tasha, I'm a big fan. Thank you for letting me come on.
Atlanta, what's going on?
I have a question. It's going to probably be an unpopular question, but
okay.
I have to ask it. The first thing I got to ask is, when she accepted $2,500 to fly from Florida to Miami to Tommy's personal space,
From Florida to Miami.
what did she expect? Because I don't really know
to
anyone
Atlanta.
who gives someone $2,500 to come talk about a podcast. That's my first question.
Yeah, so they were talking on their own. So whatever they discussed, that's what they discussed. And she told me.
You know what I'm saying? But you, he flew you out as well, right?
Yeah, but the agreement was me originally doing the podcast. So as the time actually came, the day of that we was getting flew out, that's when he brought up the whole, can we make some content? And I told him, I have to feel your energy when I'm there, and I'll think about it. That whatever them two was texting about, that's what they was texting about. But we was with each other, both seeing a message that he was, texting us.
Okay, got you. My second question is, do you feel like being on Fresh and Fit, they kind of took advantage of maybe what they viewed you as, portraying you like a person who might get emotional and react in a way, and he also reacted in a way to benefit them? Because it appears that Fresh and Fit has really benefited from both you guys' emotions.
Yes, I definitely feel that they benefit that. And also, like even before then, Myra even like whispered in my ear and was like, can you just please try to hold yourself, together? I know your father just passed, and, I don't want you, making yourself look like a fool.
All right. Thank you for answering the questions. Thank you, Tasha, for letting me on.
No problem.
Good luck to both you guys on anything y'all got going on.
Thank you.
What's up, dude? I didn't know you were gonna wear this coat to the bouncy
I
house.
don't want to wear my coat today.
Well, you don't like it. That's obvious. If you liked it, you'd have been wearing it. But that's another discussion for another time. What's up?
No, I just come in outside because at times the guy said, because it's so annoying because they're like, Cody, what time do you have? And then I'm like, dude, what's your problem? And then they're like, what's your time? And then I said, 5 o'clock. And then they said, you have to leave.
Well, you were honest. That's
Yeah.
good. You didn't. Why you didn't just go 6 o'clock?
Because then they're going to look at my sticker.
Well, you're supposed to say because that would have been dishonest, Dad.
Yeah.
Not because you'd have got caught in the lie.
Yeah.
Because even if you could get away with the lie, you don't want to lie. So you're a little disappointed you got to leave, right?
Yeah.
Dude.
And this is the same guy. Well, he let me after my time was up.
He normally let you stay.
Yeah, and then they're all mad. Then one of the guys were cursing. He was like, because there's a lot of people here, so they're getting angry. And then there was people on the trampoline, like, you know how they're big on the one-person trampoline thing?
Mm-hmm.
There was like 30. He said, come on, guys, get off the trampoline.
Get the what? What's that? Get the F?
He didn't say the word, though. He said, come on, get the F off trampoline. He didn't say the word. He just said F.
Yeah.
And he was mad. He's usually nice, but he's mad.
Oh, yeah, it's very overwhelming today.
Yeah, today it's been packed. They got cars on the other side. The whole street is full of cars. It's packed.
Yeah.
Dude, you were here when? Last? The last time you were here?
Yesterday.
And the last time before that?
Yesterday. The day before.
And the last time before
The day
that?
before.
All right. You did good. Time to go. Yeah.
All the little friends didn't even make it in.
And what you're feeling right now is cold, right?
Yes.
What?
Disappointment.
What?
Disappointment.
And what is life full of?
Disappointments.
Life is full of them, buddy. Go get your sister. Boom. Love you. Yeah, I'm live.
All right, Chris, come on out. Where you from, Chris?
I'm from Riverside, California. Tasha, I'm a huge fan of your show. Ever since you did the Kiss interview, you did great. You're wonderful.
Thank you.
I have a question for the lady here. It's going to be a little bit hard. Why do you think Tommy would be a quote-unquote rat for you hitting him? But if he did the same thing, you'd probably do the same thing.
The thing is, what happens, that's basically what happens in the streets, just gonna stay in the streets with me. I don't care how it is. I'm not gonna go and, put the white folks in somebody. Like, we already dark skinned in America, so I know I wouldn't even do that. No matter how mad I met you, I wouldn't even wish jail on my worst enemy because I done time before and I know how that is. Like, I don't care how mad you is at someone. I'm not gonna go call the police on you. We just gonna handle whatever happens in the streets.
You know what a girl like this belongs? On her block and never leave it.
Ouch.
You over here flying to Dubai, snitching on chicks, getting used as porta potties, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, Tommy's a snitch because he wants you arrested for punching him in the face. Who's the bigger snitch here?
Good question.
Okay. And as it pertains to the video, because a lot of viewers have sat at home and actually watched that video, it appears as though you actually assaulted him.
I didn't assault him. Yeah, Tommy, as you can see in the video, before it even led up into that, he pushed Myron into me. He pushed his ass right into me, and I protected myself. And then that's when he came and windmilled and then tried to cry and say that someone punched him. But he the one that pushed me first. Mm. And you can go slow-mo it down, too. I can give you the exact time and second where it started at, if you want to.
Okay.
Not true.
Have you...
Not true. I watched the video 20 times. Not 20 times, but enough times to know that she was standing over Tommy with the microphone in her hand, almost as if she was ready to bludgeon at him with the microphone. So he stands up. When he stands up, Myron comes in between them. And once Myron comes in between them is when she got very, very violent and hooked off on him.
Okay, you said you'd never press charges, so...
Never.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Tasha. It's my first time doing this, coming on here. I don't have any other further questions. You keep rocking this show. Love you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, Shay, for even allowing them to ask you questions. We just got a few more, and then we'll wrap up. Okay, I think we got like 7 more. How you doing, Yusuf? How you doing, Yusuf?
Hey, Yusuf.
Hey,
y'all know each other?
Yeah. Shout out to him, by the way. All the way. Ratchet family.
Okay, what's going on?
I interviewed her the other day, and I was so excited, and I'm so proud of you, Tasha. Thank you for extending your platform to her. I felt like I was trying to do what you're doing right now with her, but I didn't have the platform big enough to do so, but I did what I could with what I had, and it's just busters like this, right? And we talked before on CTVs, by the way.
We did? Okay.
Yeah. But so this the thing. He's exploiting the dark-skinned black women and girls because of his own self-hate. You see what I'm saying? See, these Beckys and these Beckishas and Becknikas, they not gonna let him exploit them and do whatever they want to do to him on camera. You see? That's just one.
Their fathers won't allow that.
Absolutely. They got too much pride instilled in them from their presence. But the thing is, when it comes down to the way that the dude just said that she would have did the same, and she just showed y'all how black women be having way more honor amongst us than y'all do, because that's not the way you should be thinking. And there shouldn't be nobody the first line of defense for your women other than you anyway. So when you're her problem, right, it's like she's essentially giving birth to the threat, and that's sad sometimes. And but my last thing, when they bust your ass upside the head, women, auntie, mama, cousin, sister, when they bust you upside the head, it's all kind of excuses. Oh, well, he had a hard life, and you know, he didn't have, he just had a moment of, he trying to stop drinking and he couldn't help it. And everybody make excuses. But when she bust this motherfucker upside the head, it's a goddamn problem.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Leave him alone. He just got a little stress going on at work. His check was short. Let him drink.
One. I know
he done took it all off on somebody.
Right. Go ahead, Houston. You good?
Her and Claudia still friends.
That's a whole nother.
Right?
Say that again?
You and Claudia still good, right?
Yeah, we still good.
Friends.
Okay. I didn't know all that. I was like, who you talking about?
He was trying to break us up. Yeah, he was definitely trying to break me and Claudia relationship.
I'm gonna go. You know, I'm going back to your chat. I'm holding it down. You gotta mob me up over there so I can get them dickheads out of there.
Okay.
All right, Shay.
Her.
All right.
Bye, love y'all. Love you, Tasha. All the winos. I fuck with y'all.
I love you, Tasha. You funny. I gotta follow you. You funny. I love you.
Check my resume on Instagram. I got you. I already emailed you. Love y'all.
Okay.
Bye.
Bottoms up. All right. So, who is it? Lisa Love. Is it Lisa Love?
Yes.
Hi, Lisa. So, what's your where you calling from?
Chicago.
Shout out to Chi-Town. I fuck with Chicago. I think I was from Chicago in my previous life because of my swag. You feel me? Chicago got swag. I said, okay. Well, what's your question? You got 3 questions, Mom. What you got?
You know what? It's crazy because being from Chicago, you can't put your hands on nobody and think ain't no consequences.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. If he pushed Myron into you, he didn't touch you. The problem with females is they get active and hyper and want to put their hands on people, and that ain't how it work. Because where I'm from, if you put your hands on a man, he gonna beat that ass.
Well, wait a minute, Lisa. Whose side you on?
Obviously, Tommy.
I'm just talking about the fight. You ain't got, and nobody has to like Tommy. I'm just talking about from a fighting point of view.
But yeah, and also, you know, y'all laws are different from Florida. So in Florida laws, whoever hit who first, if you feel that your life is in threat, you could protect yourself.
Shay, hold on. Can we talk to another black woman right now? Hold on. Hold that. I got it. Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing? Now, I know you got your black screen on and stuff, but you know that was a bold statement to come on the platform and say that, and your face ain't shown. Okay, that does not show respect, and it doesn't show that you even understand what the situation was. Okay, there we go. Now we can talk. Let's go, sister. Now, so a man done put his hands on you?
Yes, and I'm good at what I do, so that's why I don't back down. If I fight a man, I know what I'm getting into.
What?
I fought men many days.
So you mean to tell me, as a woman, you think it's okay for a man who's physically stronger than you, okay, and was made that way by God, for him to put his hands on you, and you okay with that?
If I hit him first, I hit you, and I cannot expect not to get hit back.
What have you went through to even allow that? That's coming from somewhere else. What have you went through? Did your mama get beat?
So it's okay for women to hit men and nothing to happen. But if they hit us, we can call and press charges. We can get our brothers.
Listen. When a man uses something, a person or an object, to hit this woman, she has a right to defend herself. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Huh? This is very loud.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't even realize how loud we are.
I'm gonna go get my shoes. I forgot my shoes because that's what my thing.
Are you walking barefooted? You know those socks cost a lot of money for you to just be ruining them. Come on, make it quick. I left my shoes.
I forgot.
I'm walking with my socks.
that's okay. I understand that, but for her to even address him giving him the right to use somebody else as a shield to run into her, that's a bitch move. And for you to be a black woman,
but did he really push her, or was they both excited jumping in each other's face?
Do you have a daughter?
I have 2 daughters.
So if a man whoop their ass after they push a man, it's okay.
If they push a man,
yeah,
you got to know what's coming. Everybody is not going to be accepting to you hitting them. Just because you a woman, you cannot hit a man for no reason.
I'm sissy. Listen, I'm not trying to be funny. Listen, I don't like to go in like this on the winos because I really appreciate y'all love, but I have to be honest. Like, for you to even say that, like that right there is coming from somewhere else.
What do you mean?
So men can get whatever done to them.
Okay.
And they have to physically stronger. And whereas the woman can walk away as well before it even escalate. Before it even escalate.
Do you not understand the man's role?
Yeah, I do.
But
we have a role too.
They're the leader.
Women has a role too.
No. Okay. Oh, and we're gonna talk about that. So we're talking about a man that has a God-given right by God in the universe as dominion over women and everything else. Okay. All right. So as a man, if you have dominion, you have to control your household. You have to do so without being physical. So if your woman or your sister, your brother or auntie or whoever is out of place as a man has to use his intellect in order to calm a woman down. Because let's be honest, any woman would submit to any man without a man even having to put hands on. Mm-hmm. So if a man feels that he has to go.
Okay. All of this money was on the floor.
And that's not your money?
No.
Oh.
Is it wrong to keep it?
Absolutely not. It's not wrong at all.
Okay, I'm keeping this. How much? $3.
Did you check around to see where the 50s and the 100s were?
Yeah, because there was only $3 at first. At first, I thought it was a joke because there was $3 at first. So when I came out, there was one more dollar on the floor. I was like, ooh, I'm getting rich. But there was a pack of tissue too. So somebody lost some glue and money. And I'm gonna keep it.
And also, let me say this to you. It's how you pick up the money you find on the floor that kind of shows what you think about it. Were you looking around nervous? Were you looking around like, hey, who dropped this? Or were you looking around like,
I was like, hey, who dropped this?
You were like, hey, who dropped this? That's good. Because if you're trying to see who dropped their $2-3 on the floor, that's good. You don't want to put your foot over it and then slowly drag it towards you and then pick it up. That's wrong.
Yeah.
Now I have $14 because I had 11.
So that was the $3 you were asking me for.
Yeah.
All right, sit back, baby. I'm live. Come on.
Hi.
No talking.
There's no drama. It's just crumbs. Can I get some snacks?
Well, we're going back to the house.
Dad is live, so shush.
We're going to go back to the house. I'm going to continue with the live.
Yes, Dad.
All right?
Dad, you should have...
Best behaviors.
I'm so good. You should see all those people in there. They were chanting my name because I put on like a big show. I didn't even know how I did it. I did my first ever backflip in there. I didn't even know. I just went like the back and I tried to do my move, but I was too high in the air and I did a backflip.
Nice.
And Cody at the same time, everyone was like, ah, Cody's a demon.
Oh, God.
I like the whole story up to the demon part. Then I could go without that part.
My friend got me.
But I know everyone is using that term right now. Demon. Everything is demon, demon, demon. And there's nothing good about demon. You heard?
But they said I'm a legend, so.
A legend? Oh, then they don't know the meaning of legend.
Dad, why are you taking it so like that? They're teenagers and kids. They're not going to think about the words they're saying like...
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the problem. You have to be careful. Words are what?
Spells.
So why would you think that if I'm raising you children to believe that words are what?
Spells.
Then why would I not take this just as serious?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm not the bad guy here. I'm consistent.
Oh, then something is wrong with him. He does not have dominion or control over the thing that God has given him by right. And so for you to even say that it's okay, that's the very reason why our daughters are getting their ass beat, because you as a black woman gonna sit up there and say, guess what? They ain't got the right to put their hands on it, but a man can call us a bitch, they can sleep around, they can fill us full of AIDS, and you gonna think
so you telling me it don't go both ways? Just like a man can't hit a woman can't hit a man, that's what you saying because they black?
Even biblically, listen. Now I'm not a follower of the Bible.
I'm just saying, is you telling me it's okay for a woman to wow the fuck out on men, and it's okay?
She didn't wow out on him. She addressed him like a woman respectfully. He continued to call her out of her name, and he used another man as a shield to push her. So when she decided to fight back and stand up for her, not one black man in that room took her side, and not even a black woman. And for you to sit here and say that it's okay, that's some bullshit. That's the reason why
I saw two people.
Tasha K is out of her mind, lost. I mean, how lost is Tasha K? It's real simple.
Here, baby.
No, I'm not. Tasha K is telling this woman is like, listen, violence there shouldn't be any okay with violence from the man or the woman. Why is it okay for her to be violent to the man?
Arguing, getting excited. I did not see him push no Myron into her. And even if he did push her,
get her the fuck off my show. That low self-esteem ass shit. Think she probably don't even. Who's next? It's gonna change. I'm sorry, Shay.
You are right. You are right.
What the fuck is that?
Talking about?
And you probably ain't even got no man in the household, even preaching like that. Fuck out of here. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What's your name, Jessica?
Jessica. Yeah. Hi. So,
how you doing?
I'm doing good. So what I wanted to ask her was, she said that Tommy...
This is Jessica X. She has her own YouTube channel. Yes. And she blew up when, you know when she blew up? She blew up and I was watching her live. She did a 7-hour live. It was when Jada Pinkett came forward with Will Smith. And I would never forget this. She kept saying it over and over again for 7 hours. He was crying. She kept saying, Will Smith was crying. It was obvious he's been crying. And she kept saying the word crying. And I was just, it was always so funny. Jessica X was like, Will Smith is crying. Jada has him crying. That's it. So this is Jessica X, a woman who has her own channel.
He was talking-ish about Fresh and Fit. What did Tommy say about Fresh and Fit behind their back?
That's a good question.
That is a very good question, but I really don't want to disclose that.
But you were, you know, on the edge. Even given the direction that he's going, he's pressed charges on you. You're still not going to say?
I'm gonna definitely save it for the perfect time to say when it's in court.
You're gonna put it. Okay, I don't
You're gonna say it in court.
The court case, but okay.
I know he's gonna bring it up, so it's just like okay, and now it's just like yeah. But
okay, let me just give a little background. This young lady, Shay with a C, said that Tommy was talking bad about Fresh and Fit, and for the right price, she's willing to say what he said. She was on Kwame Brown's show, and Kwame Brown said, "Well, you better have receipts, because if you don't have any receipts, you can't just say that he said something." So now Jessica X is now saying, what did he say about the Fresh and Fit podcast? And she's like, I'm not ready to talk about that. So that's just a little background. Because, you know, the kids are here. I know it's a little distraction. Kids, you got a key?
Yes.
Time to go upstairs, and we'll be upstairs in about 20 minutes. All right? Be on your best behavior. The Oreos are gone, baby. Daddy tore those down.
What? Daddy, I thought you said you didn't like them.
I really didn't like them, but you know, I'm obese, and obese people are very weak when it comes to sweets sitting in their car.
Not funny, for real.
Bye. Love you.
That's mean.
Come on.
Can I get this back and talk about yourself?
All right. No, you can throw this in the garbage. Don't put the garbage in the phone. Yeah.
Come on.
Don't drop my phone. It costs $270 for a new screen for that phone. I've been looking it up on eBay and everywhere. Please do not ruin that phone. Oh, now you want to put your shoes on?
Yes.
Baby, we're carpeted. The whole place is carpeted. You're fine. Get out of here.
Oh, so I can walk there.
Oh, well, it's dirty out there, though. God,
She's fine.
Hurry up.
The entrance is right there.
Gracias. I don't know why.
You have to walk around.
It's fine, Mommy.
Oh, I stopped at the wrong place. That's all right. They'll be fine. Keep it moving, baby.
Be careful, Maddie.
Yes, I'm fine.
Pay attention to your surroundings.
And what you stepping on?
Socks are ruined already.
Important thing with all the money.
I forgot the most important thing, the money. These kids, man. All right.
Just that, because it's really much of, it's just going to go as, I really wish my friend was here with me so we could both talk about that together. So as I at least have my witness that was there to back everything up that he said.
Yeah, okay, I don't know. I thought you were being charged with assault or something,
Yeah. Basically assault, allegedly assault.
Okay, all right. If you say so. The next thing I wanted to ask you was, you said that you didn't sleep with Tommy because you weren't feeling his energy and you don't make that sort of OnlyFans content.
Yeah, I don't make that OnlyFans content. If you even go and subscribe on my OnlyFans, it's only myself. Like, I just show myself out. And I ain't never even showed my vagina on my OnlyFans. Like, it's a big finesse if you ask me. It's just a way to get some free money from horny guys, and all you gotta do is just be sexy. You don't gotta do anything. There's a lot of creeps out there, and Tommy is one of them.
I remember you saying on your Instagram live after the incident happened that you would have slept with Tommy if he had paid you. If the money was right, you would have slept with him.
No, I wouldn't have slept with him.
Well, that's what you said. So I'm just going off of your words now, because Tommy was saying that you were angry. You were basically jealous because he chose your friend over you.
Yeah, and that was a bunch of bullshit. Why he just basically trying to put the image of I hate all light skins. And he also said on the show that I was jealous of the other girls that were light skinned. And obviously that whole entire show, we all was getting along. We all was communicating. Even before the show, me and the girls was getting along. So he's trying to portray and put a manipulative image in their head, making it seem like I'm just an angry, dark-skinned woman. And
I'm just going off of your words, right?
Because I hear you.
If he was willing to pay you, and he paid your friend, so he was willing to pay. So does that mean that he just preferred your friend over you? You would have gone if he was willing to pay you. You called him a big trick. He was willing to put that money out, but he wasn't willing to trick on you. That's what it comes down to.
It's not even that. It's because that I basically denied it. Like, what you say? What you say?
You're saying that he's a big trick, but he obviously didn't want to trick on you. He was willing to pay your friend, and you said that he did, but he didn't pay you. So is that why you were salty the next time you came on the podcast? Because you went down there, you thought you were going to get some money, but he paid your friend, and you didn't get a look in?
No, that is not why. Like I said, and I previously said, once I got there, the energy was just completely whack. It was just completely off. I couldn't do it, and I wanted to leave. So all that even happened after I left, when he go about paid her, all that. That's because she was texting me throughout the time, and then that's when she told me. He didn't even agree on like all that before we even got there. Everything happened after I left because I didn't want to be there anymore. Like, the energy was just weird. And then he tried to say that I was jealous. He tried to say that I was jealous because he was giving her more attention than me, which was a lie.
But even after that, you said you would have slept with him if he was willing to pay you. You said you would have done it if he was willing to pay the money.
He was, trust me, Tommy was fucking cat. Like, trust me. That nigga knew what the fuck he was doing.
I can't hear you. What?
He didn't like her.
He paid her after.
Ah.
That's what I said. Yeah.
So You see, I didn't hear this. I only heard the first like 20 minutes of the show, and then I went live. So Jessica X is saying that you got rejected, and the next time you saw him, you stepped to him. And that's what I thought was interesting, because if you watch the Fresh and Fit, she steps to Tommy at the 2-hour mark, and she's like, I just want to let you know I unfollowed you. And he was like, all right, how am I supposed to know that? And she was like, yeah, because I found out how you do other women. I didn't know about your content. Now I know who you really are. So she was pissed off at Tommy because he didn't choose her. Ooh, Jessica X. I don't know if I'm subscribed to her, but I'm going to subscribe to her now.
If you can understand that, you get what I'm saying. It's not that I was there and this has happened. I didn't watch.
Jessica, I know you got a lot of questions, but your time is almost up. We got a lot of people waiting.
She was in the wrong.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
You can't punch a man in the face and expect him to just stand there and take it. She deserves to have charges pressed against her.
Drop her shit, because I don't believe in domestic violence. I don't do that. So okay, it's the wrong platform for that. For this, okay.
So she cuts Jessica X off.
How you doing, Tasha?
Drops her.
How you doing, Shay?
Hey, Aaron, how are you?
Now, please come in and listen. I ain't expecting you to agree with all this, but please tell me you think and speak like a man. Okay.
So think and speak like a man. Do you hear this woman telling this man, before you come on my show, I don't want you to agree with us, but think and speak like a man? Like, are you kidding me? 2 people back to back said she's wrong. You can't punch a man in the face and think that it's okay. And according to you, you would have slept with him, but his money wasn't right, and he wanted your friend. Sounds like you're a little upset, and you did everything you could to make sure he knew about it before that show ended. What a tangled web we weave. When we what?
Deceive.
Set out to deceive. Go, Jessica X.
What's your thoughts on this?
Shout out to Ratchet Today Show. That's my boy Yusuf. So, yeah, and I'm actually calling from Los Angeles. I'm really from Chicago. The whole situation was very unfortunate. And first of all, to you, Shay, my condolences to you and your family. I know you're going through a rough patch right now. It'll get better. But I guess the question I have for you is, why didn't you exercise more wisdom? You said you didn't know about Tommy before. It's like you took you accepted a trip without knowing too much about this guy. Anything could have happened. And I know Tommy quite well, and Tasha obviously knows him quite well too. And Tommy's he's really known on these YouTube streets to be the way he is. He's always disrespected dark-skinned black women, the BT 1000s, and just look at some of his past videos. You get a chance to see what I mean. But I guess I want to know what's next up for you after the court cases and stuff like that, and answer that question.
So what's up next for me is, like I said, it's my business. I'm going more harder on that. I'll be dropping new inventory, a lot of new things, and then I'm also traveling. Like, I'm going to be vlogging all my trips out the country. Like, I'm going to Portugal, I'm going to the DR, I'm going to Colombia. Like, I have a lot of things that I want to show people, just the other side of me, and not just what the image that they trying to portray that I am.
Who's they?
Okay, and by the way, you're a beautiful young lady too, dark skin. You looking fly too, Tasha. So
thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Tasha K, never been accused of being beautiful.
As you traveling to places and
looking
stuff like that, I just wanted to say, how come you didn't just stick to doing that before? I mean, you seem like you got
my passport.
Maybe the T.
Okay.
I just got my passport. Just got my passport December. My first time leaving the States was just last month on the 28th of January, 26th, and I went to Dubai for a full week.
Whoa.
And that's when I realized.
So the first trip she takes internationally with her passport is to this birthday party with her 8 friends, that she then exposes them for getting turned into porta potties for money. What was her real motivation to get this passport? She's a traveling whore. That's a fact.
I want to, I want to vlog my traveling life because it was just like the world is so much big and beautiful, and I want people to see and experience that the States is not just, it's so much life outside of the States.
Okay.
I'm gonna read some chats.
What's this person name? He's always in your chat. How do you pronounce that?
ATOL Lever 91. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Tommy paying to play. She's not scorned. She made him choose over her. Who's heard of Tommy? She needs airfare. Dubai.
And listen, you saying this, and I'm jealous of you. But
yeah, go check out my Dubai blog. It's on my channel. It's The Life of Shay.
Okay, Life of Shay. I definitely would check it out. But
let me ask you. Aaron. I'm sorry, I'm gonna because you said Yusuf. Aaron, let me ask you a question.
That's funny.
Who said that?
100 Acre Woods. Tasha's not lost. She's propagandizing.
Good word.
These propagandists are hilarious. And then Elvis, keep it real with the kids.
Oh yes, I keep it all the way real with my children.
And as a black man, you raised here in America?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Chicago. Live in LA now.
Okay, so you raised in Chicago, so you probably dealt with some Chicago women before. So there's a difference between a woman endangering your life, like, using a weapon to try and hit you. Do you think that as a black man, if a woman pushes you, that it's okay to beat her ass?
I don't think you should beat her down, but you should probably try to restrain her.
Okay, that's my point. That's my point to any black woman that wants to get their ass on my platform and say it's okay for a man who's physically stronger to beat a woman ass just because she pushes him or she maybe slaps him. That's different than she's trying to kill him, okay? But using restraint, using your God-given intellect and strength to restrain the very woman that you got dominion over anyway.
Let me tell you something. This woman, I've been with her since she was 19. In a few days, she's going to be 38 years old.
37.
You're going to be 37? Thought you're 37 already.
No.
All right. So in a few days, she's going to be 37. That's a lot of years. And she's never reached out and started slapping me. She's never pushed me and slapped me. None of that stuff. We don't play that. Tasha K is saying that because a man is stronger than you, you should be allowing him to slap you. You should be allowing her to slap you. Because you're a man and you're bigger and stronger, a woman could slap you and push you around, and that shouldn't be a big deal. Shouldn't be sending her to jail. Shouldn't be asking her to keep her hands to herself. No. She's a woman. Tasha K is like what 100 Acre Woods just said, propagandizing a bunch of BS.
Because most of the time, the women don't even go no motherfucking well. They sit their ass the fuck down and shut the fuck up. Now, am I right?
Yeah. Bottom line is that when men, first of all, Tommy, first of all, the one thing he has wrong, a man shouldn't be arguing with women to begin with. As a man, just be quiet. Just be quiet, let her talk, and if you can, just simply walk away. Yeah, I know it'll anger you. Trust me, I know it'll anger you. But the best thing you can do is to walk away. And I know some women will follow a man around, still talking, but just keep walking away. Maybe if you have to, run away. But just try to get away from the situation. And like I was saying before, exercise restraint. Maybe you can hold her arms or something like that, and maybe gently put her on the ground or something.
And he's the oldest in the room,
gently
so he
put her on the ground.
What he did. He's the oldest out of all of us. All of us. He knew better. And as he said, he got a psychology degree, all this, so you know.
Yes.
You knew.
And Fresh and Fit, they're problematic anyway. They're relatively new on the scene, but they are colorists. From what I understand, I think Myron, he's the one that's from the Sudan. One of them, and so they're colorist to begin with, and they've actually made it clear that they don't like dealing with Shanique was and whatever term that they use for black women.
Wait, which one is Myron? Because I think I'm getting them confused. Is Myron
So
the
I'm
one
thinking,
or is that the producer?
I'm thinking Myron's the tall one.
Yes.
Oh, that's so that's Fit.
I could be wrong. I mean,
because I thought Fit is just Fit, and then Myron was the producer, which is the one that's behind the screen. That's
these dudes.
You might be right. I
She's been there
thought
3 times and don't even know
I don't
their
even watch
names.
their show. I've only heard of them through a lot of times,
okay.
But yeah, the way they feel about black women. Listen, I realize that issues, the stuff we're dealing with black men and black women. Black women feel like they don't have protection, and that's unfortunate. That's one of the reasons why I'm here. I'm trying to represent the real men out there, and trust me, I'm sure I'm going to probably get called all kinds of simps again just for talking about this, but I'm used to it. I don't care. That's why I show my face. I don't hide behind avatars. I mean, I say what I need to say, and this is me being real. That's why I'm real Aaron Collins. It means my name, but this is me being me. I'm not caping, and this is me.
Aaron, I appreciate you using your alpha intellect, okay? Because we do have three types of men, okay? We have alpha, betas, and I'm not going to talk about the others, okay? And so I do appreciate you even demonstrating that strength here, because a lot of black women, especially the women that brought their ass on the show, don't know what that is. They only know beta.
Alphas, betas.
You understand what I'm saying? So, and there's a big insert.
Anyway.
Okay, so thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna move on. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, and then we're gonna end the show. Okay.
5 more.
Lonnie Love, how you doing? Hey, hi Tasha K. How you doing, Mama?
Hey.
Okay.
Because we keep pausing.
All right. So, what's your question?
Yeah, I do have a question. I want to say something real fast.
Okay.
Watching this live is really I'm not going to say it's triggering because I'm used to it, and I worked with women that had mental issues, all types of stuff. Like it might be even from juveniles to adults.
Okay.
And Tommy abused this lady first. Abuse is not just physical; it's verbal and emotional.
Thank you.
And he did that first. Even if I, it was women, even men say, well, maybe she shouldn't have hit him first and not like that. But like she said, she was in defense mode. I have worked with men and they can get aggressive. They'll get in your face, and I have to redirect them and be like, listen, I feel threatened. I need you to back up. So another thing I wanted to ask you, I watched the second show.
Okay.
I've been watching Fresh and Fit for a while, so I know how they operate. I watched the show when you wasn't on the show, like I guess the next day.
Yo,
and they had all the white women on there, all them Puerto Rican women on there. And I felt some type of way. I want to know, do you know that Puerto Rican girl that was sitting next to Tommy? Because she was coming at you, talking at you. I'm like, yo, say that to her face.
I thank you for saying that. I honestly think Tammy is fucking her, and she's probably sucking his dick. He probably paid her, and all of them probably to say something. And I don't even know that girl. That is so sad. She was just going so in on me, and she don't even know me, don't even know the previous history of like my relationship on the show. And then it was so sad how they had all the white and mixed girls on the table, and then had the 2 black girls on the couch, and they was the only 2 defending me because they actually understood the concept on why it led up to what it did. And I think that that's exactly what they did. Like they just, oh my God, that next day show, I couldn't even watch it, I'm gonna be honest, because it was just like making me so angry that I was just like, I'm not gonna feed my brain into this because I'm not gonna let that mess my spirit up. But that was fucked up. It was fucked up how they made a whole entire next day podcast show about me and asking the girls what did they think of what happened, and that was just so sad.
Yeah, that was sad. And I'm from Philadelphia, and I lived around Puerto Ricans. I lived around white women, different races of women, and I don't play that at all. What you're not going to do is talk about around different group of women and talk about black women like we're the problem, and we all know we really ain't. So I don't play them type of games at all. And that was like the first time me actually getting kind of upset watching something, because I try to take emotions out of stuff, especially the previous work I did. But like I said, sister,
What's the
I rock
previous
with
work
you.
you did?
Even if I wouldn't have did that, but I understand it. Me and Tasha is probably around the same age. I'm 39. I've been watching Tommy for like 10 plus years. I'm used to the stuff he do, stuff like that. But keep traveling, doing what you gotta do. I will watch your channel.
Jesus, it sounds horrible, her phone.
That's not her phone. That was Tasha.
You saw this? You heard all this?
I heard this live.
And then the girls that was sitting in the back, them beautiful sisters, they were so respectful.
She came on at 11 o'clock.
I was trying not to
just breaking
too
news.
much judgment, but I don't know. It couldn't have been me sitting here. They really sat through all of that. When and then the girls.
So wait. You're telling me that this is Tasha K's line?
Yes, that's Tasha K's sound that was coming from her. Yes.
Don't she have a production company?
She does. Check was, I don't know what was going on, but
Talk this way.
Check. Something was happening. They were having technical difficulties.
Ain't this a bitch? Tasha K been doing this thing for so long. Has a production company with an LLC and can't even do production. Don't get me wrong, this is live. Anything can happen during live, but come on, Tasha, step your game up.
And Lonnie, there's a lot of noise in the background.
That's my noise.
It's real bad. It's real bad.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna get off of here.
Thank you. Thank you for pointing out the mental and emotional abuse, because that's
maybe
exactly
they find out
what
afterwards,
it was,
right?
which is equal to physical abuse. Okay, so they evil. Thank you so much. Is she still there? Okay. Who's next?
The noise.
Hey.
See, that's Tasha's line,
when
like
you
said.
talk and make it.
Hello? Hey. What you do to the sound, Shay? Okay, listen. All right, so we're going to let you ask your question, and then we're going to end the show because something's wrong with the sound. I apologize about that, okay? So, leading lady, what's your question?
Queen Tulsa. Yes. Well, first of all, I didn't have any questions. I came up here to encourage you. I just came up here to encourage you. I want to say forgive yourself. You are loved, and let's adjust your crown. No matter who came up here and tried to get you off of your P's and Q's.
No. She put the crown on.
Okay. And so forgive yourself. You are loved, and we're going to adjust your crown. Apply pressure and prevent injustice, and nobody gets the right to tell you how you felt. If you felt in danger and if you felt like you had to protect yourself, I stand with you. I have PTSD, and if you had jumped in my face, I can't say that I wouldn't have reacted the way that you have. A man pushing or making any attacks to a woman is wrong, and anybody that's standing up for that, you need to be ashamed of yourself. Let's stand up for our Black queens. Let's stand up for our Black, our sisters. She's somebody's sister. She could be somebody's mother. That's somebody's daughter. It could be ours. So let's be selfless when somebody comes forward. We don't get the right to tell her what she should have done and how she should have done it. I love you. I stand with you, and you walk in your truth. Okay. And when you get down, you think of a gospel song, or read Maya Angelou, "Still I Rise." Queen, still you rise. Still you rise. Look at Tasha K. A lot of people counted her out, but died. Okay. Still she rise. Still rise. Thank you so much for keeping up with the Queen Tulsa. You have a wonderful evening. I love you.
Thank you. Now we're gonna have to end on that note. That was just too good. Okay. So thank you so much, Shay. I'm glad that you are here doing your business.
Okay.
I support you. It doesn't matter what you do for a living, who you interact with. As women, we interact with all types of situations, but that doesn't take away from who we are as women, okay? And you are a woman, you are
Doesn't
a very
matter
good
what you
woman,
do for a
still
living.
growing into who you are. And so I don't
You're a
support
woman.
that at all, okay?
Adjust
And
your
I
crown,
love how
girl.
the therapist came on here and said there's no difference between emotional abuse, verbal abuse, as well as physical abuse. So until the black woman that want to get on here and say it's okay for beta men to beat a woman ass just because she want to push them, those are the women that I'm telling you, when I see your ass in the domestic, what you call them damn shelters, don't call me asking for no motherfucking money to help move you, okay? Because I get that shit all the time and I help. Now,
stop it.
We're going to end on that note. I appreciate it. I usually don't touch topics like this because I get triggered, but I had to show support and love to you. And regardless of what everybody's saying out there, you're still a woman, okay? And I hope that you do take this as a learning experience and you'll know how to use better judgment and don't put yourself in an environment with assholes like that, okay?
So definitely won't ever do it again.
What you want to say before we wrap this up?
Yeah, so I'm also taking like donations and stuff because I got to get a lawyer for this whole entire thing. And my Cash App is Shay Minaj. And then also shout out to my business. Make sure y'all follow my business.
Shay Minaj, as if we know how to spell that shit. My Cash App is Shay Minaj. Why are you not spelling out your... She's a freaking idiot, this woman.
Page, Upscale House, and follow my channel on YouTube, The Life of Shay Means. The Life of Shay Means.
The Life of Shay Means.
And also thank you for, just, letting me speak my truth and actually hearing me out and, being on my side 100% behind this.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And now we got to go.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Anything come up? The Life of Shay Means. You spelled it with a C?
No, I didn't put any spaces. And I didn't spell it with a C.
I am so glad that it's over.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning into this small channel on YouTube. The only way I cannot be a small channel is if you share it. Even if you thumbs up it or thumbs down it, that kind of helps too. But let me just say this to you. This young woman is a whore. And I gotta keep it real. I don't respect whores that don't sleep with the dirty, smelly man. That they gotta be cute and they gotta feel your vibe in order to be the whore that they are. I want you to work as a whore and do your damn job. What's wrong with this girl? What's wrong with this world? I just hope that the district attorney in Atlanta doesn't hit Tommy with the Mann Act. Any last words? Come on. Give me something, baby.
It's just an embarrassment, You
gotta talk this way. You can't talk that way. I keep telling you.
I said it's an embarrassment. I think she embarrassed herself, She just,
at what point? I think she was doing great till Jessica X came and blew her whole spot up. Then she was, I did say that, but
she act like that's not her profession, You obviously, make money off your body. And she wasn't feeling Tommy, but she's portraying like, she was just there for the interview. And
for the podcast.
Gonna
get flowed out and given $2,500 for a podcast.
You're a hoe. Hoe.
And I respect whores. I think there's nothing wrong with whores. I think they're doing a great service. But you're telling me that you need to feel the vibe? You need to feel the vibe? And the vibe wasn't right, so you told him to fly you back to Miami?
It's like clout chasing, and it's not at its finest.
Yeah, clout chasing is always a disgusting thing. Well, thank you for being on this podcast with me today. You are appreciated.
It was fun.
What do you think about LJ, y'all? Should I keep her coming back? Should I keep pulling her in, bringing her in? Should I keep doing that, or should I just do my own thing?
You know, you are the show, so.
I have no problem with we being the show, though. That I don't have a problem with. My ego is not even there in any way, shape, or form.
No, but your perspective is always, you know.
Well, that's because I'm a student of Troy Terrain, so it's the objective perspective. I don't think there's one person out there that's talking about the Mann Act and how you getting flown out could potentially put you in prison for 20 years. No one has that perspective, and it's because of the Troy Terrain school that I've come from.
Boom.
And always remember, I love you. Wait, anything else anybody got to say? Where we at? All right, bro. Who is this? Oh, that's the name that you had a problem.
Yeah.
You the man. I
Oliver
appreciate that.
AT.
She has no shame, yeah.
She transported herself.
Tommy didn't transportate her. I really hope that's true. I really hope that this is not gonna but you know, I already put it out there in the universe, and words are spells, so we never know what's gonna happen because of this. These kind of situations and the things that I just said are very powerful. And it's not because of me, it's because that's the way this reality responds. Oh. It's her birthday in 2 days. 3 days?
4.
4 days? 4 days. It's going to be her birthday. And if you gotten any value out of this, let's always remember the value for value system here. And that is $Elvis Rosenberg. Can you go to my Cash App? Does that pop up on your phone?
No.
No, it doesn't. You don't have the Cash App there? Don't you have Cash App?
I thought you were saying your Cash App on my phone. I'm like, oh, it's gangster.
Now go up here, and it shows you the last things you've been getting right there. Yeah, that one.
This one?
Yeah. Wait, why are you going so far? Why don't you just go to mines?
Because I don't like that.
Yeah. You're getting a little nervous here, I think. You're holding the phone real tight.
I don't know. There it goes. You're so funny.
Why am I so funny? Value for value. That's the way it's supposed to be. Boom.